before I bring this gentleman out, I want to ask a quick question. Sir Lloyd, picture 1979, David Lloyd versus Rafael Nadal. Who wins? A round of applause. Yeah, I'll definitely put my money on you.
That was an unfair question.
He wasn't born then, so, yes.
That's why I won.
Wonderful. So, without further ado, please help me welcome one of the most successful tennis player in Britain. This gentleman has won it all. Singles title, doubles title, captain of Davis Cup. He's done it all. If you Google David Lloyd, you won't even see him. You will see pictures of properties and streets and places named after him before you find the man himself. So without further ado, help me welcome Sir David Lloyd.
Thank you very much indeed. I've never had such an introduction. That's the best I've had. In fact, I'm going home now. Your Royal Highness, I've never seen so many distinguished guests as well. Ambassadors, First Ladies. It's incredible. And it's a great, great honour to be here. We met a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And we met because I happened to be talking and I mentioned the fact that I actually played tennis in Nigeria many, many, many years ago. And I had the good fortune of winning 2 tournaments there. I won the doubles twice. So tonight it's a very special occasion for me to be able to talk. And these kids on the, I call them kids because I'm very old. Tonight it hopefully I can give you something that I learnt the hard way. Maybe I can make it a little easier for you. But just starting Nigeria, I played there. I played all over Africa, and it's my favourite continent in the world. In fact, I'm going to South Africa tomorrow. It really is a special place. And the Caribbean islands, been there many times, had lots of businesses there, Barbados, and in fact, we're just starting one in Grenada. And the people there are so friendly. It's a terrific, terrific islands. And tonight I met the Mayor of Enfield. And one of my first acorns that grew into a tree happened to be in Enfield. And you can't succeed unless you have people pulling together. This world's team effort. And the Borough of Enfield made me welcome, made David Lloyd welcome, and the club is still there to this day. It's one of our best clubs. And it's great to see you and to say thank you very much for the Enfield Borough.
Thank you so much.
Tonight, I'm trying to inspire the young kids and anyone else around, and I'd like to just tell you about a dream. It was my dream, and it happened many, many years ago. In fact, 44 years ago. I was a young tennis player, average, tried hard, and I went to work in Canada. And I managed to convince the owners of the club that I actually could manage, and I was a good head pro. The head pro bit was easy, but I've never managed in my life. But they believed me. And there I was made the manager and head coach of a fantastic club in Toronto. For those people who've been to Toronto, it's a lovely, lovely city. The minute I walked into this club, I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to bring this type of environment back to Britain. It was my dream. And you must have dreams. And as the great poet, and if you haven't read this poem, you should, If by Kipling, it is the most fantastic poem. Every line gives you a knowledge that no school can teach you, no university can teach you. And one of the lines is, if you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can talk but not think talk's your aim. Now, the dream bit, it's absolutely true. The only person who can make that dream happen is you. You must have it, but you must make it happen. And to do that, you have to work so hard, I can't tell you. I went out as a tennis player, came back from Canada with this dream. And I thought this would be easy. I just go out, raise a bit of money and build the club. It wasn't easy. Every morning I left the house feeling like a giant. Every night I came home feeling 1 foot small. Everybody looked at me like I was a moron. Tennis club, what's that? Did you go to school? No. Did you get any education? No. So what do you know about it? You're a tennis coach. Go away. But playing the tennis circuit, I kept knocking on the door. And you must never give up. Ever. It's the most important thing in life. If you want to make something happen, you've got to keep trying. And so I kept knocking on the door. Every day I came home, woof. But you know what? The negative made me positive. The more negatives made me want to do it more. Eventually, I had the perfect playing card hand, poker. I'll tell you a quick story about it. I used to play poker on the circuit. I loved cards. And my mum, when she was washing up, lost her ring down the sink. So I was actually playing a circuit in South Africa, actually, and I made it my job to win enough money to buy her diamond ring, which I did. And she, till her dying day, she wore that ring. So you have to believe in things. And in the end, it happens. I suddenly had this poker hand. Instead of having one door that opened, I had two. I had two people wanting the same chunk of action. And being a good poker player, I played the hand very well. And I had one company that wanted to have 50% of it, and I thought, I'm not sure that's right. And then I had another company, it happened to be a merchant bank, that spoke in terminology that I had no clue what he was talking about, but I had to pretend. So I'm sitting there, it was actually at Wimbledon, my last time I ever played at Wimbledon. I was sitting there and this chap's coming in, Ian Taylor, lovely man, middle of Montague Evans, and he said, David, he said, we're going to give you cumulative redeemable preference shares. I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, fine, and I'm nodding there like that. Then he said, oh, it's a 10% coupon. You know what, something twigged. I said, no, 8. He said, okay, 8. So all of a sudden, I got exactly what I wanted. He kept me the voting control, and that was when I had my acorn. I planted the acorn in the ground. Now we have forests all over the world. These lovely trees that are all thriving clubs. But it only happened because I made the dream happen. And the only person who can make the dream happen is you. But don't let anyone put you off. Because they will. They'll say, no, you can't do that. I had my friends saying, what are you doing, David? You know nothing about it. Don't. Once you've got a dream, make it happen. But if it's a business dream, 2 tips. Overestimate your costs by 10% and take off 10% of your income. Because everyone with a dream actually sometimes pushes the bar too high. And if it stacks up, don't let anyone in the world take your dream away. That's really the whole thing about life. But keep trying. So that was my dream, and now I've had another dream. 4 years ago, I wanted to build something where kids, families, everybody to come and really enjoy themselves in a beautiful place that had everything under one roof, indoor and outdoor. And 4 years ago, we started a thing called Adrenaline World, David Lloyd Adrenaline World. Inside these very, very big buildings, I can only give you an idea, it's like a double aircraft hangar. Inside of that, you have zip lines, you have bungee jumping, you have go-karting, you have climbing walls, you have a roller glider that goes round the roof at 50 kilometres an hour. Outdoors, you have all the things as well, go-karting, zip lines, everything for the family, for people to come and have a great time and meet each other. So I'm 4 years later. I have 2 acorns that hope to be planted very soon. One we get planning on Monday, and the other 2 weeks from now. So maybe I can be invited back next year, and I can actually show you a tree. In fact, I can show you 2 trees, and hopefully 3 acorns in the ground, because that's my plan, and I will make it happen. So everybody around here, I learnt the hard way. Believe me, nothing beats hard work. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No one owes anybody anything. So thank you very much, and Your Royal Highness, thank you very much again for that chance meeting, which gave me the opportunity to come and tell my dream, and hopefully if there's anybody that picks up one and makes it happen, I've done my job. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir David Lloyd, everybody, one more time, a big round of applause. I mean, what I got from that, yes, a bit of parenting going on. I think what I got from that is never give up, and hard work is the only way. But also, Sir Lloyd, I got, you got my attention when you mentioned your adventure park, bungee jumping, all these exciting things. I got excited, and then I thought for 1 second, well, black people, we don't do those kind of things. Would anybody jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Yeah, because, I have these friends in work, and they said, oh, Peter, we're going to do something exciting. We're going to go skydiving. And I was thinking to myself, if I pay money to board an airplane, I want to land at Mauritala Mohammed. I don't want to jump off halfway. But yeah, it will be exciting to come around and check it out. Thank you so much, Sir Lloyd. So dinner is served, everyone. We're just going to relax and enjoy the meal. And after that, we'll get back to the program. A round of applause for everybody. Thank you so much.